Hey, come on. This is Kylie.
Hi.
And we're gonna paint on Make It Perfect. I've known Kylie for a long time when we used to play hardcore jams. Dude, this whole thing is awesome and messed me up. We used to play shows together, go shows together, and just hang out at Rocketown. That's pretty much where we met, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You feel good?
Yeah, I feel great.
You ready to paint?
Uh-huh.
How good do you feel, scale 1 to 1?
To 100?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like a 90 right now.
Let's rip it. Welcome to the lair. This is where we do the sacrificing.
Sacrificing?
Unto the gods.
What are we sacrificing?
Just our egos, I guess. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
I did that with acid already.
You did? When?
When
was the last time?
Last year I tripped quite a bit.
Whoa. Mushrooms too?
Mushrooms were more in the summer. But in the fall, I think I took acid like 5 or 6 times. So like through the winter.
How was it?
And like it was very, of course every trip is like a discovery of some sort, but like, I don't know, I'd just like come out of a relationship that was almost 4 years long.
Wow.
And I completely ruined it and just had to sit there and think about it for ever, and I still think about it, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like psychedelics are a good way to just address problems.
Cool.
And try to figure out why those problems are in your life and how you can fix them.
Yeah.
I mean, some people just like to take acid and
Yeah.
just get fucked up, but
Right.
I try to use it for something when I'm using it. So.
Is there a part of you that wants to use it for the medicinal purposes and getting fucked up?
Well, the first time I did it, I think I was just like, I just want to basically, I just want to test it and see what happens. And,
awesome.
And I was just really fucked up the whole time.
Sure.
Yeah, after doing it the first time, there was a big gap between the first time and then the second time, and then after that, like there was a while between whatever. But like, I feel like when it's used, it should be used for medicinal purposes.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, do whatever you want.
Yeah, right, right.
I don't know.
Don't get fucked up, get fucked up. So it's always crazy to when your soul reveals to you the mistakes you made, and the even more incredible part of that is acknowledging the mistakes that you made. You know what I'm saying? And being like, well, I think that's true self-reflection, and then trying to hopefully you make a move towards something different. I'm not saying like good or better, but just something different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's this black if you want to use it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Of course I need black.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time trying to, and it's sometimes it goes into a negative sphere, but just seeing how I'm affecting, how many limits I'm putting on myself all the time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And like if I didn't have all of these limited thoughts and stuff, I might be able to progress a little faster. And then I think, okay, where do these limiting beliefs come from? And usually it comes around to like an authority figure, you know, when I was younger. But maybe they were just doing the thing they could with the consciousness that they had at this time, you know?
Yeah.
That's hard, man.
And when you say like authority, who do you?
Oh, I'm talking about parents. I'm talking about like people that I subconsciously placed into an authoritative role in my life that otherwise wouldn't have been there. Maybe church or even friendships or whatever. But you know, things change. Thank God things change.
Yeah.
Good Lord. So what else you been doing? Let me just say this real quick. I've been seeing the paintings that you're making, the drawings that you're making, and I'm happy and glad every time I see you put something out, because I know it's coming from a real place. And it's hard to, that's always what I look for, if it's coming from a real place. And I'm not saying I'm the end all be all of seeing that, but I see that in what you make.
Yeah, I try to pour whatever emotion I'm feeling at the time into what I'm drawing. Mostly, I guess drawing and painting. Like the pencil and like the pencil drawings that I do, like are very like crude and basic. Sometimes with a lot of detail, and then none at all.
Yeah.
But like,
fucking dig it.
I just like there's just this thing about me where I'm like, I want people to know how I feel without actually saying it. And that's insane, kind of.
Saying it with words? You don't want that?
Yeah, because I don't know, like.
Why do you think?
Because I don't feel like they'll understand.
Oh, okay.
I think that's why.
Okay. Do you feel like the words that you would like you don't know how at this point to articulate how you feel in words?
I think I can definitely do that now.
Cool.
It's just I still want to put it in artwork.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, the past like few years, or I don't know, like. So when, I guess I like came out in like 2014.
Was it 2014?
Yeah, it was like almost 7 years ago.
What the hell? Unbelievable.
And
unbelievable.
I felt so fucking happy. It was insane.
I believe it.
Because I'd just been keeping that to myself my whole life. But like,
that's maddening.
Like, so I was realized later that was a manic episode that I was having.
Meaning, like, what was the manic episode?
Okay, like when I came out and told everyone that, it started a manic episode.
For you?
Yes.
Okay, that's a reasonable response.
And that lasted like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 months, I feel like.
Yeah.
And then woke up one day and was like, what the fuck did I just do?
Oh yeah,
had this whole like these feelings of regret and like sadness that I've just felt like that fucked up my life.
Grief.
I just felt like very regretful, and I wished I hadn't done that. Even though I had this like outpouring of support from most of my friends, and,
which is what you'd hope for, most of them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Of course, you like you lose friends. Yeah, everyone does through life, but like that's just life. Like friendships fade, or one of you does something stupid to make the other one mad, or you both make each other mad. But like, you just have to get over it and move on. Like,
I get that. I would think that any big change that anyone makes, an identity shift, the turmoil in the psyche, to have the strength and motivation to do that, it's almost implicit that some sort of episode like you had would happen.
Yeah.
That sounds to me like you're on the right path to me. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. Like,
jeez, oh Pete, fuck.
So,
like that's gotta be just ruthless, you know?
Yeah. That's why it just felt amazing after.
Yeah,
like I told everyone. And then, like I said, I just like woke up one day and then was basically like just depressed for the next 4 years straight.
Got it.
And there was a lot of I made some really weird choices around that time.
That makes sense too.
In my life. Like I randomly was like, I'm gonna switch to a night shift. And for the job that I was working at that time.
Where was it? Oh yeah, I remember that.
I was a merchandiser for.
Is it because you didn't want to be seen?
Maybe. Okay, I don't know why the fuck I did that.
That's cool.
I think there was a little bit of
like
a little bit of a raise, but like it really wasn't worth working.
Oh, right. Okay, I see.
So like I started doing that and like discovered the drugs like cocaine and speed.
Oh, bummer.
So just did that for a lot. So like those drugs are really fun at first. And
I believe it.
And then after, like, you do them for so long, like everything, I kind of describe it in a way like everything just goes gray. You just don't feel anything anymore after a while.
Is it because you're trying to get to that high spot again?
Well, yeah, like you just, like that's how badly I just didn't want to feel like what I was feeling.
Totally.
So like, yeah, I was working a night shift and just like slamming like cocaine and like crushing up Adderall and snorting it and stuff like that. And with everyone else, like that worked there too. And like, I just got to be like living like that kind of got to be too much.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Like I got out of the night shift thing after a while because I was like, I'm gonna die if I keep doing this. What?
How long did you do night shift?
I did the night shift there. Like probably a little over a year and a half.
Wow, yeah.
Like, and just doing something like that for a year and a half straight.
Yes.
Most nights of the week, just like it just made everything fucking just way worse.
Wow.
Like,
when you were trying to make it better, or thought you might be making it better.
Well, like I knew deep down I wasn't making anything better. I just just didn't give a fucking shit. But like,
did you feel like you just wanted to alter your reality?
I just didn't.
It's a lot of feelings that happen.
I just didn't want to deal with what I had just done. So like, like a lot of people like me, like
describe like me.
I'm just gonna say the word that I don't really like saying very much: transgender.
Okay.
So I think it's just a people problem with drug addiction. But like most of us that are trans deal with addiction in some way. So I just think a lot of the time it's easy to fall into that stuff when you're depressed. So, or you're very unhappy, or you hate your fucking life. Like it's
as if it's already not hard enough. You know?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you've made some of the progress that you hope to make after you felt that sigh of relief? Have you felt that relief anymore after that? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear
especially, what brush do I want to use?
Ooh, yeah, dig it. Some of them are crunchy. That's the way it goes. Crunchy brush. Old crunchy brush over there.
Okay, what did you just say?
Have you felt that relief state that you were talking about when you came out? Have you been able to feel that?
Yes.
Since then.
You know, what's funny is, like, I was, I don't know how to put this. Like, in my last relationship, I was happy but extremely unhappy at the same time.
Yep.
And was wasting someone's time. I didn't really see it that way because she wanted, you know, like the normal, like, get married, get a house, have like 2 kids, and like I'm just never gonna fucking be like that. I don't think. Do you want to have kids? I like the idea of having kids. I don't know about actually having kids.
Yeah.
So,
that's cool.
But yeah, I this year has been one of the worst. 2020 has been like a terrible year. So, but it's strange because this might sound stupid, but like it's the happiest I've been personally, like through the past year with like lots of self-discovery and shit like that.
It's huge.
Like the world's falling apart, but I'm feeling better about who I am.
Excellent.
Like,
that sounds okay too.
It's just
does it feel selfish to say that?
Yeah, I think that's why I don't really want to say that, because so many people, I mean, like people right now are, they've lost their jobs, their livelihood, they're just losing everything, and like, and just everyone's so divided and hates each other, and like it's just a shitty time.
I wonder if the same people who have lost their jobs and all these things that are, they're not great, they're horrible. I wonder if they also could be experiencing a lot of self-discovery too, you know?
Yeah, I mean, most definitely. Sure. It's just like, I feel like most people are feeling nothing but like sadness and desperation and grief and just I know that's really negative, but
No, it's okay.
yeah.
Is there a way? Do you still feel those things?
Yeah, at times I do.
Yeah.
Like, but it doesn't.
It's not consuming.
Like I've learned how to manage. I don't really do
Uh-huh.
the drugs that I'm describing anymore.
Sounds good.
Ever really? So
Nice job. That's a big deal.
yeah,
Huge.
but like through not doing those,
Mm-hmm.
that's when my creativity kind
Isn't
of
that interesting?
came out.
Isn't that so
well, okay,
interesting?
so there's
Yeah,
different
I love
kinds
that.
of drugs, of course, but
Yep.
like the ones that help with those things are psychedelics.
Got it.
But
Yeah,
like
that's what Lauren was
But
saying,
just
too.
uppers and shit like that just don't like it. Just
Put you in that beta state, the
like,
hypervigilant state all the
it
time.
kills your
Jesus.
fucking creativity. Like I feel like those do.
Like what? Is it because you feel so grandiose that anything you do is righteous, and you go back when you're not on the drugs, and you're like, well, that's not very good.
I don't know. Like when you get in that state of mind, you're just like I don't care about anything but having a good time. like and like
I feel that anyway.
like you just want to talk to people and
Yeah.
hang out. Like and none of it's real. It's
Sure.
all like like it's I don't know.
Well, it seems like if you went through a time you went through a time having a hard time talking to people, and you found something that helped you goddamn talk to people,
Yeah.
you might overuse it. You
Well,
know?
yeah, that's how, dude. So many people would say that. Like,
Yeah, I feel like I would.
um,
Ooh, look at this. I love these yellows on each other. One of them is just fluorescent, and this other one, man, there's
you're good.
goddamn black got in there. It's not a big deal. That's all right. I was thinking about this over the past couple days, and and I'm trying to examine my own fear around. I don't want to use that term transphobia because it's so easy to resort to that type of label, and I think it's way more complex than that, because if you have any different kind of view on anything, all of a sudden you're a Nazi.
Yeah.
And it's a really bad way to progress into the future, and it's ideological and pretty stupid, if you ask me.
No,
So,
I'm totally.
So I was like,
totally agree with you.
cool, that's good to know. So I was like, they say Nazi sympathizers, and I'm like, okay, you get 140 characters to say this, and if anybody challenges you on any aspect of your fucking black and white thought, they're automatically a fucking sympathizer.
Yeah.
It's like look at yourself a little more, a little deeper. But with that said, I was thinking, okay, how am I going to be able to call Kylie, and allow the pronouns to enter into the conversation without feeling like I'm afraid? Number one, if I call you dude or I call you Kyle, I've known you a long time, longer as Kyle. Okay, so then I was thinking, well, if I'm afraid and I'm dealing with something like this, I'm going to talk about it, because that's a way to start dealing with the fear. So I don't know if it's fear, it's hypervigilance that I'm going to offend, or I'm going to get canceled online, or all this stuff. So I was like, well, I'm not going to force it. I'm going to make the mistakes that I'm going to make, even if they are mistakes, and I'm going to allow the integration of how you would like to be referred to as. I'm going to allow it to integrate naturally without forcing it, because if I force it, then it won't be an authentic embodiment of a relationship to me. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't, because anytime that I'm like, I slip up with that in any dimension out in the world, like, oh shit, and I've lived enough, oh shit, that I don't want to do that anymore. So I want to be authentic and allow it to integrate as it will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you think? We were talking on the phone the other day about, people coming to your rescue. I don't want to say rescue, but just your aid. How does that? You were saying that it's kind of annoying sometimes.
Yeah, it seemed like, I know not everybody that wants to like help trans people feel more like themselves. Like I know there's good intentions, and then there's some people who just want to use it as a way to virtue signal.
Yes.
Like that's
Man,
that's
it
all
makes
they're
me want to punch a hole through the wall.
That's all they're fucking doing.
Grow the fuck up. Your photo op, you butthole.
No, seriously.
God. It's all
And
over.
I don't make you were telling me, is it okay if I mention that thing?
You can say whatever you need to say.
Okay. You were telling me that happened to you, where a trans woman got mad at you for referring to her as just like saying, "Hey, man," like.
Yep.
And you said you just sat there and took it, like you didn't.
Yeah, I
get
didn't know. I
upset
didn't
at
even know
them
how.
or
No,
anything.
but I didn't
Like,
know how to respond.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is.
I don't do that.
Sure.
To
Yeah.
anybody
I
ever.
believe that.
Like if I don't even fucking tell people until
Sure.
like, I just don't want to. I don't know. Like when someone asks me, "Would you like me to refer to you by she, her?" I'm like, yes.
Yep.
And but I don't ever, like when I first meet somebody,
You're not blasting off like that.
I just don't like when you asked me to come on here the first time.
Yeah.
And you're like, I just want to talk about, your experience.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to do that.
Ah.
Like, and in my head, because I didn't.
Glad you said
not that I'm just.
Glad you said it.
I'm just being honest, not because I don't want to talk to you, because I love you, but like.
I love you too.
Because that just shit's depressing. Yeah. I don't want to bother people with it. So, like, there's been times in my life where like I had been just on drugs and like was pouring my feelings about like my femininity and like what I was feeling like into them and like wanting them to I guess validate me. Like,
okay.
And
that's
like
beautiful.
I used to need that and I don't need that anymore. But like I just want like when I was on drugs I would do that. But like I just like got into a place where like I don't want to bother people with this anymore because I don't need to, for one, because I understand myself.
Yeah.
But like
I'm listening.
Sorry.
No. I love hearing it. Keep talking.
I'm in a place in my life where I just don't have to do that anymore.
Cool. Yeah, that's a blessing.
And I feel bad that like I had done that with different different friends. Like, but yeah.
You went through a major fucking. I mean, you. Okay. You went through a major transformation that was full of confusion. And then you made a decision to go one way, that to me is reason to talk to people about some shit like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I just
serious.
I guess like
Jesus.
No, I totally see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like I just
but then you don't want to sound like a resounding gong.
Yeah, like I just feel like I'm better. I don't need to.
Cool. Hell yeah. That's cool. I can imagine the anger that goes along with.
Yeah, dude. I
dealing
have
with
been
that.
like the angriest person in the. Of course, like everyone feels like they're the angriest person in the world when they're angry.
Yeah.
But like, I guess like there have been points in my life where I get so angry or so sad that I feel like I just can't. I'm just bedridden and I can't talk to anybody. I can't do anything and like. After some encouragement from, I guess, my mother and my partner at that time, they were like, you should go see a psychiatrist.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
So I did, and...
Did it help?
Good. Like after...
Seems like it.
I guess after, seeing this person for a while, they diagnosed me with bipolar type 2, which is...
Remind me.
Bipolar type 2, it's more the depressive side.
It's not the up.
Fucking lay there and don't do anything and think about every fucking thing that ever happened to you that's awful. Or stupid things you've done. Like I still dwell in the past like 5 hours a day.
Yeah, that shit. Like, yeah, I do. I'm similar there. God.
But after getting treatment for that, it's been a gradual change, but like I'm much happier. And like when I do get sad, I don't just go, I don't just become bedridden like I was just saying. Like, I don't just shut off anymore. I throw that emotion into art.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I know that sounds
Nope.
so.
You think that's cheesy?
Yeah.
Or just typical?
I think like I love like the transference of like the transferring of emotion into art.
Yep.
I like making fun of that at the same time.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds fine. Yeah, that sounds okay.
Like I want to. I can't fucking talk and paint at the same time.
I know it's tough. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good.
I'm so used to doing this by myself.
Yep. You know, a way to cure narcissism is art.
Art.
And being able to express yourself through the art, because you're able to actually see who the fuck you are in your art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
and I'm not saying
totally.
I mean, it's just a blown out ego.
Uh-huh.
But it's like, and we all have it and we all deal with it. And it's, what am I trying to say?
It's okay.
Aspects of narcissism is what I'm going for, because true narcissism it's hard to, sometimes you can't work with that. But if you can get into a reflective state, man, that's the way to. You know what? I just got really anxious talking about that because I didn't know what I was talking about. I started making moves that were anxious. It's incredible. It's fucking, it's so cool, you know? But I'm glad that you're doing it. I think I had a similar experience with it. Like, I had to do something, and fuck, man, I just started doing it.
Yeah, I would say just being creative in, I guess, like whatever like artistic medium you choose. You're getting something out of it. Like today I was working. I like
tighten my jams up.
You're good.
Second time I've done that. Well, I got these big old panties. Anyway, go. Shit! Look at, I got two dudes on me.
Oh, you already got some on?
Red and white. I'm a communist now. Okay, go ahead.
You're a fucking communist.
Yeah.
Out. You're a communist.
Somebody said that to me
Half those people that are fucking screaming that at people don't even know what a fucking communist is.
And they sure are collecting their own money, aren't they? God. I mean, it's not even funny. It's shitty. But anyway, go ahead. We're riffing.
Like,
yeah.
Anger with me can be like, I guess anybody that knows me would agree with this. Like when I get mad, it's seriously like a fucking switch.
I believe it.
Like,
I believe it.
It's like I was fine and then I'm not like a second later.
Sure.
And it's just like all over my face basically. Like, and like when I'm like that, I'll say whatever. I don't fucking care. Like I just like, and that's terrible. And I've learned to control that. But sometimes I still do it. Like I was at work. So I was walking to my car and I noticed these two guys sitting at this bench.
Yeah.
And I walk past them and I hear them audibly start talking shit about me. And they think that I can't hear them.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, like I was saying I've gotten better about like just ignoring stuff like that, but that time I just didn't. I didn't do it, so I just like
wild hair.
So I walk by and one says, "Is that a man?" And the other one says, "Yeah, that's disgusting." And so I just turned around and just yelled, "Fuck you!"
Yeah.
I just like fucking yelled it at them.
They didn't expect that.
And I after. Like I walked away, I was just like, I let them get to me.
Yeah.
But that rarely happens. So.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Good. Like overall, like living in this city, my experience is pretty good. Like I would say I've had a positive experience, like being myself living in this city.
After you came out?
Yeah.
Got
like
it.
I've never really. There's been, I think, one time where I felt like a little. Stress where I thought like something might happen to me.
Meaning like violent?
Yeah.
Got it.
Well, like this guy, I was walking, I went to a bar on Broadway with a bunch of people.
Sounds
and like,
shitty.
Was walking back by myself.
Snorted.
I was walking back by myself and this this guy was coming up really fast, like behind me. And he had just walked over from the other side of the street. Like he saw me and then decided to walk over there. I just felt like this just fear washed over me that no one's around, and this giant man is coming up behind me. And it just like he had a hood over his head and I couldn't tell who he was or anything.
Was it white?
So, but he just walked past me. He just walked past me like nothing was going on. I'm thinking he was just like on like crack or something. It just didn't even see me there, but he was just walking so fast.
We like to call it Krizak.
Yeah, like other than like just people sometimes like saying shit to me.
Sure.
Like
Pretty positive?
Yeah, it's fine.
Good. You mentioned people walking away from you. I want to talk about that.
Okay.
There was other things that I was curious about in that too. No one specific, obviously,
Of
but
course.
just like
Yeah.
the way I'm sure that people may not just know how to work with such a change in
No,
someone.
that's totally
you know?
part of it.
So So tell us about that. if you
Like,
don't mind.
just people having a problem with my lifestyle. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I have like, there's been like anybody that stuff like that has happened with, like that's our business, and of course I'm
Absolutely.
not gonna be like specific or
Yeah,
anything
for sure.
like that.
That sounds really
But
good.
like when that sort of thing happens, like of course it's really upsetting. But like I tend with stuff like that, I tend to dwell on it for a while. 'Cause,
Sure.
like it's weird because like I'm as far as like friendships and connecting with people, I am so sensitive about that stuff.
Sure.
It's insane.
I believe it. I believe it.
Like my my I guess definition of friendship is, I guess, can be sometimes trying to think about how
No way. I'm listening to you.
to describe that.
We are listening.
It's just not other people's definition of friendship,
Well,
I think. Because
talk a
I
little
just
bit about
like
it. Let's hear it.
care. Like, okay, if I've known you for a really long
Yeah.
time and I love you and I'll do anything for
Got
you.
it.
And like, I'll always be there for you. I'll always listen to you even when whatever you're talking about is fucking stupid. Like, I mean, like, I'll do, like I said, just anything for him. And like, when someone close to me does something that makes me upset, it's just an explosion of emotion towards them. And like, I hate that
That sounds
about myself.
codependent. That sounds codependent to me.
Like, yeah.
And that's not a shot. And that may not even be the case, but I experienced that.
Yeah.
So and I know that's where that comes from in me. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it
Beautiful.
totally is. And like,
Beautiful.
I have learned that I just like, if something like that happens, I just need to, let them go and move on. Like, it's like if you have like a friend breakup, to me, it's just like a normal breakup in a relationship with somebody.
Is there any talking about it, or is it just over? Is that the part that really gets you?
It just depends, I guess.
Sure. What does it depend on?
If I think it's worth talking about with him. Okay, so like I think that hold on.
Dude, I'm having a blast right now.
Dude, me too.
That is righteous.
I love this. This is awesome.
Thanks.
Hell yeah.
It's like I keep wanting to stop doing this orange, but I'm like, I need to finish this.
It's so cool looking. It looks like Welcome to the Terror Dome.
Yeah.
And this is like the hills, like
Dude.
the sky is burning. That is bitchin'
It's
Camaro.
the fucking hell realm.
Yeah. Let's go there for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
I think I'm painting your profile. I swear to God.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I knew it when I started doing this, like the hair, even though it's dark, and like this is your nose. This is awesome. That's how I know we're in a fucking, or I'm in a group. Let me look at your eyes. You got like green eyes? Hazel?
Yeah, kind of
Hazel eyes,
hazel.
brown eyes, okay. I'm gonna make them blue,
Blue.
just because I want to. Blizzu. Let me see here. I've done that a couple times. I did that with Elizabeth. You remember that, Luke? Like I got the colors that I thought were her. It's a subconscious thing. It's crazy. Well, it doesn't mean anything. Fuck you, accuser. God.
What's it like being a dad?
Oh, thanks for asking. It's
totally making a fucking mess.
no, it's great. What's it like being a dad? I cry a lot more, and I already cry a lot, and I love crying because if it's coming up, it needs to come out.
Yeah.
And that's me getting down to more of who I am, you know?
No, I totally get crying.
It's fucking great.
Music makes me cry.
Yeah. Yes.
Like I love being able to come to tears from watching a movie or reading something that's incredibly profound. Like,
Yes.
But I'm guessing like having a child, you were saying earlier, like puts you more in touch with your feelings, you know?
You know
That's what you were saying, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the way I experience it. And it brings forth a lot more of the symbolically feminine parts of me.
Okay.
And I love it because I experience it. I experience that when I'm painting. I experience that when I have conversations with people, and when I'm with this infant that I made, and I'm holding him, and he's in distress, and I'm just kind of trying to calm him down. When he calms down, and he just starts sucking on my shirt, there's nothing that I can compare it to. It's like. Because that baby is the closest thing that I've experienced to God, because there's no inhibitions. It's all feeling, you know. And I get to, and I'm a clown for this kid, man, because I'm like, he's sitting there, and I just want to see him beam, you know.
Yeah.
And like, I'll come around the corner, I'll be like, "Sup, dude?" And he'll go, "Ah," like, "Dad, you know, what's up, Dad?" And when he can do that, I want to do that all the time. Because I want to serve him, you know what I'm saying? And I want to be close to him. I just want to make him feel safe, you know. And
that's the cutest thing ever.
Just
everything you just said.
Cool.
It's the cutest thing
I
ever.
love him. The worst fear that I had, other than him being unhealthy, was that we were going to have an ugly baby.
An ugly baby.
Swear to God. And I was
Is
like,
that every parent's concern? I hope my baby's not fucking ugly.
they're out there, damn it. But it's like, but they're all beautiful. Yes, they are. But some of them, you know. But like, I'm happy that the opposite happened, because that mother trucker is cute.
That's great.
Hopefully he doesn't get uglier. Wait a minute, that's indicating that he's ugly. But I love him. I didn't think I could love him as much as I do. And I hope when he starts sassing me, that I love him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because right now he's easy to love, dude. God.
Yeah, I'm guessing like both of my siblings just had children.
Oh, okay.
Well, that
I
not
didn't know you had
just.
siblings. That's cool.
I have a twin sister and an older sister.
Nice. You all get along?
For the most part.
Yeah, it's fam town.
Yeah. Yeah, but they both have 2-year-olds, so I shouldn't say they just had children. So, but one of them has another one on the way. So.
Okay, cool.
But whenever I'm around all them,
Yeah.
the fucking screaming
it's insane.
and yelling, and nobody in my family can like have a conversation, like because the kids interrupt everything.
Oh, dude.
And I
Hell
love
yeah.
them, but I'm just like I can't
Shut
fucking
the
do this.
fuck
Like,
up! Yeah.
Shut up!
Shut up! It bores a hole into your nervous system. It's like
I'm just not used to it.
millions of years of evolution to make the screaming stop. You know what I mean? Yeah, I still am not used to it. Oh my God, man. There was a time when he was just born. I think I had a psychotic break during that time, I swear.
I mean, I would see how that would drive you to something like that.
Oh man, because the 4 people that I was believing I am or was were converging while I was holding this little baby, crying his ass off because he's helpless and that's all he knows how to do. It's like, what are you gonna do, Rado? Well, I kind of want to throw him. You know what I mean? Like I want to toss him, you know, but it's like
Like a football.
to get out of here. Yeah, but I'm thankful. I have not
Can't
done
do that.
Oh man, he's the best. He's the best. Harrison, damn good name. Seriously. I don't know what's going on here, man, but I'm having a fucking blast. I'm having a good time painting with you.
I love how, like, with your method,
Mhm.
I feel like you just, do you ever, like, have an idea going already? You just kind of go.
I go by
Okay.
feeling. You
Yeah,
know.
dude, that's like,
You do that?
I will usually start, like, a drawing
Yeah.
or a painting with something in mind, and then I just let it, like, just kind of turn into whatever.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I learned that from David Lynch.
Oh no shit. Okay. Dude loves it. Very
Yeah,
cool.
I fucking love David Lynch.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, letting it develop to me is reaching deeper into your subconscious if you just let go and allow it to happen.
Yeah.
But there is a part where you have to render it some, or you don't. But for me, I want it to communicate something, so I have to bring it into consciousness what I'm actually painting. But the more that I can just rock through my subconscious and the feeling, the better, the more fulfilled with the result
Yeah.
I get. You know,
Like, you just always have, like,
this is Picasso as fuck.
with your stuff, like, there's always so much going on. I love that. Like, it's so
There
abstract.
is.
You can just see whatever the fuck you want in it. It's
Cool.
awesome.
What am I gonna put in the white? Black. You're so black and white, Ryan. Who is that? Whenever I have like a thought, like an accusatory thought or like a hateful thought of myself, I ask myself, okay, whose is that? Because that shit ain't mine.
Yeah.
Like who started doing that to me? Like I want to know so I can just say
When you're
that's
having
your feeling.
terrible thoughts, like,
Yeah.
just anybody, like, in general, like, I feel like you're not really being you.
Yeah, that's
like,
good.
You're not that person that's thinking, like, that horrible thing.
You're just the worst thing ever.
Yeah, you're just upset right now, and that will
Oh, that's good.
subside.
Yeah,
Like,
truly. Yeah.
And I mean, so that's not. There are exceptions to that.
Yeah,
but,
totally.
Like if it's something like, I don't know, like trivial or small, like you'll get over it.
Yeah, totally. Oh, I burped. I shit my pants the other day. Man, I talk about it all the
Did
time.
you?
Yeah, I
Why?
was. Well,
Did you do it on purpose?
No, but I want to.
For a
I was thinking
laughs?
about that. No, I want to shit my pants on purpose and piss my pants on purpose because no one does that. And how interesting of a feeling would it be to consciously shit your pants while you're wearing your pants? Like, think about it. Think about shitting your pants right now, like on purpose.
Well,
That's a fucked feeling. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I guess it's pretty funny.
You guess it's pretty funny. Lord, what am I even doing?
Some people like,
Are into that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Shitting themselves.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Shit on me.
because I haven't like ever done that on purpose. It would be cool to feel what it would feel like to shit your pants on purpose.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
But I was in the car with Harrison, and my back started hurting, so I started taking magnesium quite a bit. My back's been feeling real weird lately, but so I took a little bit too much magnesium the night before and that morning, and I went to Starbucks, and I got my drink. Harrison's in the back chilling, and we're fucking road dogging it, you know? And I pull out of Starbucks, and I'm like, dude, what's up? Okay, cool, you're doing good, buddy. Sip, sip, sip. So I turned on to 8th Avenue in Metro Center, and I went to fart, and for a second, I was like, was that that diarrhea or was that air? And then I was like, okay, that's diarrhea, man. So the shitty thing was, is that I was like 15 minutes from my house, and I had Harrison with me, and I didn't want to take him in anywhere, you know? So I just sat in that for about 15 minutes, drove home, all the road vibrations on it. And I got back to my house, and I set Harrison down, and I go, dude, Dad shit his pants. And I go, and so he's looking up at me like, are we gonna hang now? And I go, Dad shit his pants. He's got to figure it out. So when I leave the room, he starts to cry. So I put him face in the toilet in the car seat, and I'm just kind of smiling. He doesn't know what I'm doing. Smiling at him while I'm getting this out of my colon. And then we
Smiling.
hung out, and it was cool. It was cool. He didn't care that I shit my pants. He's like, Dad, just come hang out, man. Dad!
Now you can tell him that story.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, definitely tell him.
Harrison, guess what?
Can I?
Yes.
Okay. I've always wanted to,
Shit your pants.
yeah, shit my pants, even though I just said that I didn't want to do that.
Nicely done.
But
Nicely done.
just like your life now and growing up with Tourette's.
Yes,
and
yes,
like
yes.
you just
Talk about that.
trying
Yes.
different things to like deal with that.
Yes.
Like where are you now with that?
Oh,
Like-
thank you for asking.
Yeah, dude.
It's not on my brain so much anymore, so I don't.
Yeah.
But it was for a long time, and when we knew each other, it really was. It really
Yeah,
was.
like I mean, before you tell me whatever, like
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like from my perspective, it doesn't seem like it bothers you as much.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay.
I think that I've done. I think when everything started to subside was when I started talking about the feelings that created the tics.
Okay.
And I started shining a light and bringing consciousness to why the tics happen. And also group therapy helps because I'm able to gain a lot of strength and confidence
Yeah.
in that setting. And that the emotional, psychological, and spiritual aspect to that disorder, in my experience, is created out of anxiety. And the more that I quell the fear and anxiety about being myself, the more that those tics go away.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Okay.
It's like, who fucking knew? So whenever I have a tic, my psychologist would ask me, hey, can you tell me about what that tic feels like in your body? And I'll be like, okay, it feels like it's coming from my stomach. And I'm flipping you off because I feel like you think I'm stupid. And I just can't say that. So all of these tics are a manifestation of feeling that I when I was younger, wasn't able to articulate because I had to care for the feelings of my parents first, rather than them helping the feelings of their child. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So the more that I talk about the feelings that I have, the more strength I get from it, the more that I'm able to see who I really am in the eyes of God and myself, and the more that that anxiety and that fear kind of goes away. You know, I'm sure you've experienced that too.
Dude, yeah,
I'm
for
sure you've
sure.
experienced that too. It's riveting when it starts happening. You know, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, for
Anyway.
sure.
I appreciate you asking.
Yeah, man.
I really do.
Always. Every time I see you, just my voice. But I have not hung out with you.
Yeah, totally.
In probably like
Years.
year and a half,
Fuck,
maybe.
where are we hanging
Close.
out?
The last time we were together was at a bar.
Oh, okay. Was it Mickey's or something?
Yeah, it was
Cool,
Vicky's or
cool.
someplace. But and like we're never in a place where I feel like I can, ask you about
Absolutely,
stuff like that.
yeah. And this is the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
of
cool.
course I want to know how you're doing.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I have a lot of pelvic tics now, a lot of abdominal tics.
Okay.
And I don't know what's going on with that. I suspect that I'm getting closer to the root of why the tics began in the first
Okay.
place, and that's fucking scary to me. But
You described it as a feeling in your stomach?
yeah, it comes from there. Like if I have this, I'm like, oh, I feel scared, I feel anxious, and that feeling is showing up in my body here. Because the feelings show up in our bodies as well as in our mind.
Yeah.
So if we can integrate the body and the mind, then we can have a clearer picture on where in the hell all of these things come from. Even the good thing, the shadow is what I'm referring to. The shadow, yeah. Like that's a good way to integrate your conscious mind and your subconscious. In my experience, there might be people that disagree with me, but that's fine. Sounds good.
Yeah, so it's like a deep, visceral
Yeah.
feeling. But you said it's
Yeah.
also a cerebral
Yeah, absolutely.
feeling.
Yeah, I always want to. I don't want to take one out of the other. It's kind of like science and religion, man. You can't. They're always going to be there, and I want them always to be there. That's how it feels to me, anyway.
I grew up Southern Baptist.
Oh yeah, copy.
So it was like go to school, graduate, go to school, go to church,
Yep.
get a job, like work, pay your bills,
Yeah.
like do what
All
you
those
want to do.
things sound good.
Like they never like, it was, I don't know. They never really were like telling me to expand my horizons with things. That just kind of
Yeah.
naturally happened on
Yeah.
my own.
It's almost like you're so new to do it.
Yeah.
I love that. And where does that
No, it
knowing
took
come
me my last relationship ending, which was completely my fault. But
Got it.
to realize that I don't want a normal life. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I can't live a normal life. Like
You don't want like a conventional.
no.
Is that what you're saying?
Like, I mean, of course, I want to meet somebody that I can connect with and spend time with. I want a companion, but like I have not found that person yet.
Sure.
Like every relationship I get into, and I don't know, like it just ends up with me being so angry at them, and they like just cannot take me anymore,
Copy.
basically.
Yeah.
And just drug use and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
I like every relationship that I've had that has ended has been completely my fault, and like I can say that with confidence and not like.
How's it completely your fault? That's an interesting.
It's not, you know, there's always, whenever, I don't know, I always just want to think it's my doing,
Yeah,
but it takes
right.
two a lot of the time.
That is part of the covert ego, that it's always your fault.
Yeah.
And it's just not true. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Is it easier just to say it's all your fault?
I think so.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe, like,
Yep.
I just feel like for the most part, it's
Okay.
usually my fault.
Copy that. Copy
And I have just been like, I'm not gonna date anybody for a really long time.
I wondered when you were saying, I want to meet someone, and I filled in the sentence in my mind of you saying, and settle down.
Oh, no. I don't know. It's okay. Nothing happened. No, I mean,
Jesus fucking pank.
there's always that yearning to connect and be with someone
Yeah.
on more than a friendship level.
Yes.
Like that doesn't go away unless you're like a fucking sociopath or something. But
Do you feel like when you get into the situation, it's like you long for that connection so much, but when you get into a relationship with someone, you just push them away simultaneously? Yeah, I do that too.
like,
It's a big problem. Like an intimacy. Hey, this has been Make It Perfect. Had a great time with Kylie Brooks, and we covered a lot of ground. It was beautiful. I felt so comfortable. Like I felt like I could be myself.
Yeah.
Come on. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Thank you. So,
love you, buddy.
love you too. So we're gonna keep doing these videos, and we have Patreon that we do. We'll put the link in there. Luke will put the link in there. One tier, $5. You get bonus content, which we're starting to produce now. And if you'd like to email us, it's makeitperfectshow@gmail.com, and Instagram, Make It Perfect Show. And yeah, I hope you have a good day tomorrow. And what do you got?
This was really fun.
Cool. Excellent. You feel it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you have any Instagram you want to promote?
You can find me as Biley Crooks on Instagram. I have nothing else because I hate all of them. But yeah, you can find like my artwork and my photography on there.
Cool. Cool. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Badass.